Okay, hey, hi, hello. Checking the sound, checking the sound, checking the sound. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Oh wait, I am in Penacony. Pure Fiction was updated. Wait, let me do this. I need it. Quick farming. Close. Farming done. There was a swap of banners. I am currently no longer being tempted by Yao Guang. There will be next collab with the Fate characters, which I may or may not finally get some. La 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 la. Now there is Finan and Cyrene, which I already have. I was fighting with my we were supposed to read this. I was fighting with my urge to try on Yao Guang because I don't really have that much pulls and I really want to get Himeko, so you know, I need to be prepared. If Yao Guang is really good, she'll get the run soon. Breaking! Mia, secretary to the CEO, detained on the Xianzhou Yuchue. A spokesperson for the Skyfaring Commission on the Xianzhou Yuchue announced today that Miss Mia, secretary to the CEO of Plan Arcadia, was detained by the Cloud Knights within Yuchue territory. Yuchue officials stated that Miss Mia entered the territory illegally. The Cloud Knights have taken her into custody according to Xianzhou legal code, and members of the IPC Strategic Investment Department are welcome to observe the interrogation. The spokesperson for the Strategic Investment Department stated they will not interfere with the law enforcement of the Xianzhou Alliance, but they have requested to send a special envoy to the proceedings. The Yuchue has yet to respond to this request. Reliable sources suggest that Mia may have been fleeing a secret internal investigation into violations. The CEO's office has not commented on these claims as of press time. In a separate announcement, the CEO's office confirmed that Ms. Zephyr former director of the Department of Housing Security, will step in as the new secretary to the CEO. What's going on? Defection? Pot of Orchid. Who is that? Discipline specialist. Feels more like fleeing to escape justice. Word is they have had an internal investigation on her for a while now, and she bolted right before they closed the net. As for why she ran to the Cienjo, she's probably got intel on the Abundance Blessing and wants to use it to cut a deal with the Cienjo folks. Sounds like someone got inside scoop. There's nothing to it. He's just making wild guesses. Totally! Asheville supporting Adelaide. Drago Tiger Apex. Zephyr's is pretty great. She has been pushing for affordable 2D world housing, and now she's finally got her shot at climbing the ladder. Good for her. Super Dimension Gen Z. Just curious, can we request an extradition from the Cienjo in a situation like this? Terror in fog. Legally, sure, but most of the time this is more of a negotiation issue than a legal one. Super Dimension Gen Z. Got it. I just hope Madame Pearl doesn't let the Cienjo folks take too much advantage of her. Terror in fog. Haha, don't worry. Madame Pearl's is a master negotiator. I'm sure she will find a way to make it work for everyone. That's for good. No? Opinion. Mug life. What on earth did Miss Mia do? It's hard to even imagine. She has always come across as a total professional, super capable and efficient. Leveling solo. Give me a break. Anyone who never plays games can be that good of a person. Detective passing by. Hey, that's not fair. I don't play games either. That just proves my point. The Stictus monkey scolded her. I don't get involved in petty squabbles. I'm the strictest monkey. Asheville is being bullied online. What does he do? Tags his narrator. Wait, before this, I need to check the event. This is the Wispy event people are talking about. I hear it's quick. Why does Finan and Seirini have Reran now? That's suspicious.
This stop is Bellabog Exhibition Area. The next stop is the Cienjo Lafu Exhibition Area. The train...
Feels like the express crew is just missing again.
Oh, Perla!
Where should we go next?
Thank you for coming, Talia. I apologize for calling you here so abruptly. Question: have you been enjoying the Starrail Fest? I looked around, it's pretty good. I haven't really explored much. I'm glad to hear you have had a pleasant experience. However, conditions in the exhibition areas have changed recently. Plan Arcadia is a world driven by imagination. If ideas begin to stagnate, reality will soon follow into decline. In addition, according to the operations team, feedback from the exhibition has been steadily increasing and can no longer be ignored. Conclusion: the Starray Fest must move forward with its iteration as soon as possible. It won't be shut down, will it? But there are still plenty of visitors, right? With Perlux Corp's ability to regulate resources, maintaining popularity is not an issue. However, as a high-profile supplicant, you should understand that trends shift rapidly. If we do not move forward, we fall behind. Therefore, the operations team plans to test optimization proposals for the exhibition within the world in Canvas and has requested that I appoint a reliable lead architect. Question: would you be willing to serve as an advisor and work with Perlux to complete the Starray Fest pre-development plan? Maybe someone else would be a better fit. Alright, I'll give it a try. Thank you for your support. This will be a great help in revitalizing the Arcadia. Please follow me. Why is Perl always in charge of Wispay event? Agent Feld, I have brought the assistance you urgently need. Talia will be joining the Starray Fest pre-development project as the lead architect. Oh my, it's you! What an honor this is! Let me explain first. Improvements based on visitor feedback are currently being drafted. However, they still need to be tested before implementation. For that purpose, we have specially prepared the Wispay Amusement Park within the world in Canvas for planning and optimization. Wispay? What does all this have to do with them? Because Wispay are so adorable, they're the most interesting and most loved of all Imagine. If I could welcome those bouncy little fellows, it would be worth it even if the company fired me. Agent Feld, please stay on topic. What I mean is, using Wispay to simulate visitor flow is an excellent solution. It helps reduce costs and improve testing efficiency, allowing us to quickly validate optimization plans for the exhibition. He quickly turned it into a corporate speech. His real enthusiasm translated into corpo blah blah blah. Does this comply with the Fake Kind Protection Act? Of course, we're building an amusement park for the Wispay to bring them joy, not using them as free test subjects. It's a basic right for Wispay to visit the Starray Fest, is it not? What kind of feedback have visitors been giving? Complaints about long queues, crowds packed as tight as roadside Mechatron, the fluffy merch selling out in no time, that sort of thing. All pretty common issues, but they add up to a real headache. Just like Madame Perrault said, we have to stay prepared even when things seem stable. So what exactly do we need to do? In simple terms, you will build a prototype of the amusement park in the world in Canvas. Just plan the routes on the sandpit, place the facilities, and attract Wispay to try them out. While Wispay behavior cannot fully replicate that of visitors, the patterns in their group activity can help reveal flaws in the layout. Exactly, Wispay have fun, we get the data, and the real visitors enjoy a better experience. Everybody wins. During construction, Perlux will provide everything you need. Don't feel pressured, just follow your own ideas. As for you, Agent Feld, please show Talia your full support and complete the project as soon as possible. Leave it to me, Madame Perrault. The Wispay Amusement Park is now open for business. The Starray Fest pre-development project has officially launched. As the lead architect, you will be building a Starrail-themed amusement park for the Wispay in the world in Canvas. Before the park opens each day, you will need to select attractions and place them on the appropriate tiles. Once the park is open for business, Wispay visitors will enter one by one and play Arca coins as they pass by the attraction. Earn enough Arca coins and raise your amusement park to the corresponding rating to receive rewards including sterile jades, development materials, and more. Whispy Amusement Park features 4 distinct themed zones, each corresponding to the 3 current exhibition areas of Star Rail Fest, plus Pan Arcadia itself. For our first test run, let's kick things off with the Bellabog zone. Okay. Before the park opens each day, the operations department will offer 3 random facilities for you to choose from. Click to view the Geomaro Ore facility effect. Different facilities have different land requirements and area of effect. Okay, when visitors pass through the area of effect, plus 30 Arca coins. Okay. Take a Geomaro Ore facility, for example. Whenever a visitor passes through its area of effect, the facility will generate Arca coins. Once you have done the facilities, you can start welcoming visitors. Okay. Doesn't look like complicated thing. Aside from facilities that earn Arca coins directly, there is also a category of support facilities that can provide buffs to other facilities within their area of effect. Take the Silver Main Cannonball as an example. This facility boosts the amount of Arca coins earned by other facilities within its area of effect. Oh. The Whispy Amusement Park operates across 3 phases: planning, preparation, construction, and development, and operations, with each phase lasting 4 days. At the start of each phase, the operations department will set a rating target for earning Arca coins. Only 2 days left until the planning and preparation phase wraps up, so aim for that 3-star rating and show us what you have got. Okay. Oh, this works like this. It can be also this way. Oh. The automaton grizzly is the signature attraction of the Bellabog zone. It's bound to rake in some serious revenue for us. But facilities like that take up multiple tiles, so you'll need to expand the park ground first. Oh. Confirm. Wait. Some facilities can additionally attract visitors. When open for business, attract one visitor within the area of effect. Oi, oi. Fantastic, the test is progressing even smoother than anticipated. We'll have more than enough data in no time. Is there anything else you would like to know about the Wispy Amusement Park, lead architect? Some of these attractions, they look familiar. Your eyes don't deceive you. These are the signature features of the Belobog themed exhibition area. Icebergs, automatons, every landscape asset utilized in this exhibition has been meticulously designed to capture the authentic spirit of the snow-covered planet with the highest level of fidelity. The generated revenue will also be shared with Yarilo 6. Good. It's all part of the commercial partnership. Okay. The amusement park we just built, where did it go? Once the prototype has concluded its testing phase, it is archived as a blueprint for subsequent optimization. As for the parts within the planning, for the sake of cost efficiency and environmental sustainability, they will be recycled on site. But don't worry, a temporary departure is merely a prelude to an even greater return. Besides, we can always dive straight into construction. My Wispy amusement park. Think of it as an opportunity to refine your management strategy and explore the boundless possibilities of park construction. For the Wispy, having a brand new amusement park to explore every so often, well, that would be quite the treat, wouldn't it? Nothing I want to ask. That's the spirit, and it's worth nothing that the roaming Wispy are reportedly already converging on the original site of the Wispy amusement park. The little ones are having a wonderful time. That's the whole point of building an amusement park, isn't it? I hope the visitors at the Star Rail Fest will come away with that same sense of satisfaction. The data is all set, the Wispy amusement park is ready for its next construction. We look forward to your next creation, lead architect. The Wispy amusement park is officially back in business. Shenjojon. Cultural facilities are unique installations found in Xianzhou Lafu Zone. Most of these facilities take effect either through change-based triggers or triggering every few seconds. Some facilities can increase the trigger chance or reduce the trigger interval of other facilities. Plan wisely to ensure that the effect of cultural facilities are triggered frequently. Okay. Oh, this one. is doing well. Wait. Ah, yeah, I put this D thing in the wrong place. Right? Idiadara egg. Okay. Now Penacone area. Musical instruments are special facilities unique to the Penacony zone. Most of these facilities have incredibly powerful effects, but can only be triggered a limited number of times per business day. Certain facilities can increase the daily trigger count limit of other facilities' effects. Plan carefully to ensure musical facilities have adequate trigger counts to meet visitor demand. Okay. La la la. Trailblazer. Money! I hear money! Okay. Certain facilities can increase fellow visitors for Vispay. Each Wispay can have maximum of 3 fellow visitors. Each fellow visitor increase the Wispay Arca coins. Okay. Money, 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 money. Ooh, that's a lot of space. Luxury car, ah. So much money. Piano. Ah, yeah. Earn me more money. So much money. Hey! Pretty easy event. An Arcadia zone. Imagine are special facilities found in the Planarcadia zone. Most of the facilities' effects can grant Punchline. When the Punchline maxes out, the park will enter Joy Instant and immediately attract 2 visitors. During Joy Instant, all facilities will earn double Arc coins. Uh-huh. never ends. How many was it? The park is so fun! Spinny, spinny! Don't wanna stop! The park is so fun! I want something new! Hurry, hurry! The Wispy hop and bounce around you, expressing their joy with a clumsy yet heartfelt sincerity. Though the amusement park's layout is remarkably simple, it has brought genuine happiness to these humble little creatures. This is so moving! This whole scene reminds me of when the Star Rail Fest first opened. Fans of the Astral Express came from every corner of the galaxy, all of them scrambling to get inside. It was so lively back then. The amusement park within the painting can consistently draw Wispy together. Its research value regarding the emotions of Imagine may far exceed that of a single testing phase. Suggestion: based on existing blueprints and data, the Wispy Amusement Park project should not be terminated. Instead, it should be maintained as long-term initiative. Long-term operations, you mean? The preliminary research initiative for the Wispy Amusement Park will be retained and upgraded to standard testing area. And Miss Talia, I officially invite you to continue serving as its lead architect. It's like I've become the principal of Wispy Kindergarten. For the Wispy and for the Star Rail Fest. That's great. I knew you were just like me, deeply devoted to these little ones and to the beauty of a mutually beneficial deal. Agent Feld will continue to coordinate the subsequent details with you. The optimization for the Star Rail Fest will remain ongoing, and a miniature marvel within the painting awaits your next inspiration. The Wispy are waiting for you too. Let's build more parks for them, lead architect. Extended test has commenced. In the extended test, you can place all previously unlocked facilities. Go ahead and push your park management to the limit. We can't wait to see what you create, lead architect. Huh. I can put whatever. This one was a bit harder. But we actually finished the event, so it doesn't matter. You don't get any rewards for that one.
Anyone who likes fluffier.
Okay, now let's go for Boboko.
Blazing hot! So insanely spicy! Can you really handle the heat?
Thank you for your interest in the Research Society.
There are 3 keys to winning at Celestial Jade. Courage.
Oh, you're the one who threw down the gauntlet in For Boba Gossip, right? I kinda remember you. I'm kinda curious though. You're not tied up with the Cosmicon Collective officials, are you? For example, the officials invited an unknown card game expert who made a big show on the forum announcing they would challenge the region's strongest players, selling it as an underdog story to those who didn't know the truth. My guess was spot on, huh? That's right. I really like your honesty. Come to think of it, I first got involved with the Cosmicon Collective after taking on an assignment. Later I discovered it could resolve many disputes that the law couldn't handle. And as an undefeated lawyer, I had to make the most of it. Over time, I earned the nickname Reigning Man in the combat-focused community, which became a symbol of my strength. I don't care if you're some card game expert. Beat me and you can be whatever you want. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. Wasting a lawyer's time comes with an hourly rate, you know? Roll those dice and let's get the game going. Show me what you've got.
Now, take a look. This is pure genius in action.
I acknowledge your strength. You ended my winning streak. Haha, good thing this wasn't a court case. I just a Cosmicon Collective match. Before it ended, I was so anxious. After it ended, I felt absolutely nothing. Haha, just like when I first started playing cards. Living is to seek success, and success is a tricky beast that not just anyone can handle. The first couple of wins are no big deal, but after 10-20 times, it starts to be overwhelming. Too many victories can be an overkill. They weigh heavily on both body and mind. Success demands constant success. In the end, it becomes a crushing weight that dominates your mind. Even if deliberately losing once or slowing down would be perfectly reasonable, yet the success find themselves left with no choice. Thanks, Talia, for letting me lose. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Looks like you have learned quite a bit. I really enjoy gaining experience and insights through different life experiences. People usually only reflect after work. But you know what? There are so many other things worth reflecting on. Anyway, congratulations on your victory. Why? Can you not find me? I am in Duo Mansion City. I've sent you the address. I'm waiting. It was you who challenged me to battle. Now you avoid our fated duel. You have bested 2 of the 4 pros. Only myself and 1 other are left. I expect you to face me first. If you do not, you'll learn why they call me the Elder. Ah, fuck you. Actually, fuck him. I didn't actually want to do this one. I just forgot it was the Cosmicon Collective thing. I want to do this. An unremarkable snowman, yet for some reason just being quietly watched by it makes you feel oddly provoked. Kick away? You deliver a flying kick and the snowman explodes into pieces. Amidst the flurry of snow, you notice something glittering shooting out along with it. Wait, hold on. This thing drops gold coins? Wishful recovery inside. Lady? Hello? Laughter pity. Help! This collapsed theologian oblation back on their feet. I'm sorry you had to see that, young one. But as a devout follower of the laughter, I shouldn't apologize for this ridiculous predicament I find myself in. Yes, a theological paradox. A fine topic for my next paper. What happened? Who are you again? Make sure my name is listed as the second actor. My bike has been stolen. My poor brand new wise Bronco bike. I didn't even get a chance to ride it around the Arcadia before some crazy imagining stole it. It didn't simply look malicious, it also knocked me flat on the ground. Would you like me to get it back for you? Then we'll just wait for the guys at the security department to handle it. Imagine I can go crazy. Oh my, you are so considerate, my kind junior. You truly do have the blessing of the laughter upon you. Most Imaginae around here are guests at the Hot Springs Hotel. We should walk around, keep an ear to the ground. We'll definitely find the lead. Alright, once we find that incorrigible fella, you slam it straight into the ground. Show it what the laughter means by an eye for an eye. Feed for soul. What's that supposed to mean? Looks like I was caught in something weird. Yeah, indeed.
I spent my whole life doing
Hello, how can I help you? You helped Laughter Pity explain the situation about her stolen bike. Come on, look at how ferocious that guy looks. He's an orch. There aren't many orches around here, are there? Much less any that would steal a bike. Apologies, as luck would have it, I was tied up with other tasks at the time you specified. And as for your suggestion about checking personal records, well, that would be illegal, and I'm afraid I cannot help you with that. But my bike has been stolen! If I filed the report with the authorities, then Arcadia would be long gone by the time they start handling the case. Please bear with me, I didn't actually witness this event you're describing, but there might be someone who did. Go and find Tima Soundwave. She knows about everything that happens around here, and she is kind and always willing to help. Uh-huh.
Tell me, is there still a chance?
How can I help you? You helped Laughter Pity explain the situation about her stolen bike. Please, that fearsome orc started yelling, "You can't mistreat a fine steed," and snatched my bike away. What a nut job. I'm telling the truth, that's exactly what he yelled. He pushed me aside, grabbed my bike, and started bawling his eyes out. I see. Try the Myriad Wish Grove. That old orc Soros probably had it there. So you know the guy who stole the bike? Sounds like there's more to the story. Yeah, Soros is an old friend of mine. Sharp as a tack, but talks like a total nutcase. I saw him pushing a bike toward the Myriad Wish Grove about 15 minutes ago. I was gonna say hi, but he didn't seem to hear me and just took off. He was muttering something under his breath about borrowed bread, mistreat, and a terrible mistake. Huh? What do you mean, a terrible mistake? I have no idea, but Soros isn't a bad guy at heart. If we can just find him and get him to calm down, I'm sure he will return your bike and apologize with some compensation to boot. It better be. Come, young friend, let's go. Is the bike imaginary? They talk about it as if it was a horse.
You set up a surprise for me, didn't you?
What happened? Ah, my bike! But what's the deal with that orch? What is he doing stacking all this whispy here? Orch! Oh, you mean old Soros? That would be me. We are all him. Whispy are nothing but the corpses of Imagine. I don't like this description. Poor old Soros is dead. He got too emotional mourning a fine steed. No, he's not dead because we're still here. We'll mourn for all his bikes. But a bike is no match for a fine horse. That old fool Soros didn't know his limits. Good riddance, haha. You can't talk that way about a philosopher of elation known throughout the whole world. Throughout the whole world? Who even knows him? Some other Imagine on their last legs? Keep it down. Oh, sorry, Wispy are always chattering away like this. Shut up already, you're making them upset. Quiet, quiet, ask your questions and we'll give you the answers. Alright, shush, you little squirts. Everyone, as the executor of the deceased's will, no one is better suited than me to explain this. So, an Imagine actually died? I remember, you're a lawyer. Nothing good ever happens when you're involved. Mr. Soros of the Orch Imagine has just passed away due to excessive emotional distress. He had entrusted me to execute his will beforehand. By the way, this pile of Wispy before you can be considered as what's left of Mr. Soros' remains. Elderly Imagine have a hard time acquiring wish power, so if they get too emotional, they can easily end up dying on the street like this. That's not how it went. Reduce the pile of parts that can be put back together. If that's not dying on the streets, then what is? Who told him to go against fate? That old fool never learned to keep his head down. Dying on the street is exactly what he deserved. This has nothing to do with Soros. It's all Plan Arcadia's fault. Clutching a bike while sobbing uncontrollably, then getting so emotionally overwhelmed that he shatters into a pile of Wispy. Yeah, that's the kind of bizarre spectacle that could only happen in Plan Arcadia. Haha, what a noisy bunch. But what can you expect? Mr. Soros was a philosopher of elation. The Wispy he left behind can't help but make a ruckus. Over a century ago, Mr. Soros was at the height of his fame. His packed lectures never short of eager students. But times have changed. Arcadia has no need for philosophy anymore. Only his old friends at Inkford Hermitage are willing to take him in now. What's going on here? This maniac stole my bike, and somehow I feel bad for him. If the IPC ever stops funding research on the theology of elation, I will probably end up hiding out in a place like this too. Friendly reminder, Inkford Hermitage isn't exactly retirement home material for humans. I'm afraid this isn't exactly the best time for Imagine to retire either. And who are you? Greetings, my name is Eliza. I am a volunteer at Inkford Hermitage, where I take care of the elderly Imagine. What you just witnessed is the second accidental Imagine death this month at Inkford Hermitage. And both times this umbrella-headed creep has been right in the cheek of it. Whoa. Huge misunderstanding here. I'm just their agent and lawyer, that's all. Agent? Oh really? Then why don't you ask these two here to tell what exactly your agent business is all about? Miss, I know you harbor some resentment, but Star Rabbit is an excellent game. Not only has it brought elation to Plan Arcadia, it's also collected wish power for the old Imagine who made it, helping them improve their lives. Wait. Star Rabbit? That's right, looks like this Nameless has experienced our work as well. Hold on, I want the whole story, let me finish, and Miss Nameless here can make up her own mind. You might not know this, Miss Nameless, but the Imagine create art in a very different way from humans. They need to nurture their works with wish power, which in a sense means carving off a piece of themselves to share with everyone. Don't you think that's a bit dramatic? Oh really, if you ask me, you're the one being unreasonable here, trying to downplay how serious this is. And you're an Imagine yourself. Listen up, Miss Nameless. When humans create art, they say it takes blood, sweat, and tears. As for the Imagine sustained by wish power, that is quite literally true. Specifically thanks to how convenient it is for them. When an Imagine wants to create a game, they don't assemble massive teams and divvy up the work like humans do. Instead, they just straight up birth the game into existence using their Wispy. Kind of like generative AI. Why did they have to name drop generative AI? In the interest of fairness, maybe I should add something. For the Imagine, extracting wispy from their bodies is like humans cutting their hair. It doesn't cause any real physical harm. Cutting your hair doesn't mess with a human's psychological balance, but for elderly Imagine, constantly extracting wispy from their bodies, that's seriously damaging to their health. I wasn't clear about something earlier. Both Imagine who died in accidents were connected to Star Rabbit. The previous victim, Pamuski, was the lead designer, and today's victim, Soros, was the literary consultant. How many more Imagine under my care are you going to push to their deaths for this? Push! That's a bit harsh. I would say I am taking care of them in a different way. These days, when people talk about the elderly, it's all enjoying their twilight years. But if you're living a meaningless life day after day, isn't that more like wilting away your life? How many people actually enjoy doing something all day but lounging in the sun? These days, kids won't even play a second run of a game anymore. So why should old folks be expected to sit around in empty boredom? I'm the one making connections for them, acting as their agent. If that isn't looking after their souls, giving their life some real meaning, then what is? You have got some nerve bringing that up. I heard everything that just happened. Soros grabbed some random person's bike at the end, hugged it like it was a noble steed and sobbed his heart out. That's the result of you looking after his soul. His suffering was caused by the Arcadia, not me. You're the one who made it worse. So, how about you guys keep yelling at each other while I just grab my bike and go? Fair enough, I guess. But Miss Nameless, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna settle this for us first. Haha, exactly what I was hoping for. This is what I get for being famous. Is this gonna cut into my game time? Speaking of settlement, perhaps I am the better fit for that role. Wait. Now you are here too. You are a retired singer who has spent 100 years living in Inkford Hermitage. Hello, Natachi. Hail the Rage. Hello, how are you? Also an old friend of Sorsh and Pamuski. And the music consultant for Star Rabbit. Grandma Tima. She's a grandma by the Imagine standards. Pirate, I woke up too early. Do you have something to do? Or you could have just go back to sleep. Because if you had something to do, then I guess there's no way to deal with this problem. But if I was just waking too early and had more time still, then I would just go back to sleep. I have to wait on a meds delivery that I have to sign for. Wait, why do you need to sign off for this? It's like a priority package or something? I heard your whole conversation just now. Miss Nameless, you're a true outsider here, so I would like to ask you something. In your eyes, what is the true purpose of Inkford Hermitage? How's it chemo? That doesn't explain anything to me, to be honest. I don't even know what are the standards here for medications. I think like for chemo here, people just go to the clinic for it instead of getting it at home. But I would have to ask my friend. Because I have a friend who has cancer. But the curable one. And she was going to the hospital for the chemotherapy. But I don't know much about the chemo meds. Are there meds that you can just take yourself at home? A retirement home? Like the Breach of Reincarnation? More like a meditative monastery? Ah. It's a dangerous drug cause it's for at-home taking for me, and they would do that, but I had pretty bad side effects when I took it at the hospital. So that's why they make you sign. So it would be like, yeah, I know the consequences of taking it at home alone without any nurse around, something. Exactly, a place where the Imaginary can safely release what they cling to. Humans have obsessions too, but they're not born with them. So when humans let go, they often go on to live better lives. For the Imaginary, it's a bit more complicated than that. Most Imaginary are born with an innate wish and would spend most of their lives clinging to that wish. For some humans who struggle to find meaning in their existence, this might sound tempting, but... Pretty much, but yeah, we have a lot at home chemo in the US. Aha. Okay, the ending of that sentence explains everything, actually. Because it's about the USA. Even visiting hospital costs money. So true, and mine is an experimental chemo. I'm sorry to tell you this, but your entire country needs an intervention when it comes to the, healthcare system. Because going to the hospital, costing people money, that's insane. Hell, I owe that hospital nearly $1 million. Yeah, that's another issue. It sounds like in order to live, you need to become so in debt that you will no longer be able to live a decent life, but you will at least not die, I guess. That's the logic behind American healthcare system. Or you will die and they will have, like... They will cross you off the list and drop all of your debt on someone from your family. 3 brain surgeries will do that. Sounds bad. Once the wish power we harvest falls so low that our wishes fade, it would be hard to create a new one. Before we actually die from lack of wish power, we can slip into being nothing more than the Walking Dead. To remedy this bleak twilight, the Inkford Hermitage was forged. It grants us the one thing that matters. The rite of passage sparing us from becoming the Walking Dead, trapped in a fate crueler than death. brain cancer is a bad. So yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I'm just saying that if you were living in different country, you most likely wouldn't have a hospital bed, despite having a cancer. Though there is also like, with free healthcare comes the issue of long queues because there is not enough doctors. So the diagnose time for certain diseases can get longer because there are queues that you have to wait in for. Like for certain stuff, you have to wait ages. But I feel like the more rare the disease is, the less cramped the queue is. I thought they revoked Medicaid. To remedy this bleak twilight, the Inkford Hermitage was forged. It grants us the one thing that matters, the rite of passage sparing us from becoming the walking dead, trapped in a fate crueler than death. But some Imaginae, even with low wish power, still hold intense obsessions. Not me, but it's definitely the case for the other main creators of Star Rabbit. Pamiuski had a deep admiration for the Nameless, a feeling rooted in the ancestral memories of the Moonlul. Sarge, even thought he is no longer popular, still stubbornly spreads his own ideas. I could tell that neither of them was truly happy living here. So I brought in my personal lawyer, Umbrail, to act as their agent. He paved the way for Pamiuski's dreams and provided a platform for Sarge's ideas to be heard. Not yet. And that will be Medicare, the older people's... because you have Medicare and Medicaid. Those are different things. The names are just similar. How much debt does the Medicaid take away from those? What was this? How many money that was again? After Pamiuski sacrificed himself in the line of duty, I asked Sorge if we should halt the project. His response was simple. He would rather be driven mad by his own thoughts than stop writing. He said that he would rather be shattered into wispy than seize his reflection before leaving the Arcadia. But doesn't that just prove he has lost all reason? Eliza, what does it mean for an Imaginae to lose their reason? The fool loves their wisdom, the wise loves their folly, and an Imaginae loves fantasy. Isn't that the very meaning of our name? Wait. Loves, but there's also loads, like hates and loves. That's a love-hate relationship with fantasy. A lot, like not all of it. If I show up for an appointment, they just cover it themselves. At least that's something, I guess. Better than nothing. But is the rest that you will have to pay manageable to pay, or like still kinda too much? You don't have to respond if it's uncomfortable. Just saying. I still can't agree with that mindset. Your final moments should be spent in peace and tranquility. That's what makes for a complete life, isn't it? Miss Nameless, I could use your input on this. Okay. Please continue Star Rabbit. Please end Star Rabbit. What is the outcome of this mission actually? I make zero money right now because after my surgery they want me on like a 9-month rest. Uh-huh. And in corporate America, being so long on rest means that you most likely lost your job, didn't you? Because I doubt that American company would want to wait for an employee for 9 months. Sorry, I'm sounding so dejected and negative, but every time I think about America and how it works, I kind of get angry. I don't know yet. I was a security guard. I guess that depends. What even is Star Rabbit? There is like an wiki entry, but I don't think I ever played that game. Ah, stupid wiki. Doesn't allow to look into it with ad blocker anymore on phones. So when you are using a browser that has inherent ad block, you can't really look into the. They never told me I was fired. Maybe just check in just in case if they are willing to wait that long. Because based on my experience, American workplace can fire people on the spot without even informing them. So in Europe it's illegal, just saying. You have at least a month or so of like a time before you get to leave the company. So when you know that you are getting fired, you still work for around. You're still an employee on paper for the month. You get like also like 3 days just before leaving the company. So you're not working this entire month before they let you go. You have like some period of free time. So you can like focus on finding a new place. Fuck. Thank you. Sorry, I was screaming, but my cat was meowing in the background. It's not time to be fed yet, so I kinda like asked her, what does she want? Aha, I didn't play this yet. Star Rabbit is like an interactable object that has video games inside. And you say that those Wispy in the Inkvoid Hermitage are making it, and that they can die when they make it. But at the same time, many of those Imaginae want to die for this? I guess if they are going to die anyway, it's better to go out with the blast, is the logic of them making those games? Or leaving something for the future. Like they're creating video games, yeah? Or random games that you as the player can play in this game. And they are doing it in kind of the same mindset as an artist that leaves behind their work, and their work is like their legacy or something. I don't know. I actually agree with Eliza a bit too. Like this obsession with making those games until you die kind of doesn't sound logical at all. And at the same time, if this is how they want to go, then do we even have a right to tell them no? I don't know. Kitty. Hey, let's continue. Why? What kind of creation is possibly more important than life itself? It's not about... I don't think it's about living or dying. I think it's about leaving your wishes behind as something solid. For humans, there truly is none. For me, there is none either, but I understand what Pamuski and Sorush were going through. For the sake of those same feelings, I am willing to offer my wish power. Thorim is human, but such is the nature of Imaginae. Rather than fading away in obscurity, some of us truly believe it is better to perish within a storm of emotions. I see, so that's what the laughter meant by no one in this world shares the same elation. That's a bit of a misquote. Well, I guess you're not wrong. It makes sense to me though. If that is how you all feel, then I have nothing left to say. Perhaps as a volunteer, I chose the wrong cause to serve from the very beginning. But regardless, I will still fulfill the promises I have made. Miss Nameless, if you still choose to play Star Rabbit going forward, I will keep sending you commemorative cards for clearing it. This is what I promised Mr. Pamiuski. So it's you? What were those commemorative cards again? It's nothing. Nothing important anyway. Just the one-sided sentiment of a dying old man's wishful thinking. Looks like the dispute has been resolved. Now then, as his legal counsel, allow me to carry out Mr. Sawyer's last will and testament. Upload my remains into the myriad wish grove, and I shall enter the world of Star Rabbit, where I will await the final of our descent into the abyss. My dear Wispy, in accordance with the will of your predecessor, I shall bestow upon you grand divine names and send you into the world of Star Rabbit. You have the right to remain silent, but everything you say will become part of the game's elation. Be my guest. The mind is but a metaphor, and the body but an illusion. Wispy are ghosts. The Myriad Wish Grove is a plant. So the game is basically a ghost plant mashup. Moving forward is dangerous. Standing still is dangerous. Looking back is dangerous. And trembling in fear also dangerous. Don't think of me as a bridge for you to cross over. You need to be your own bridge. Who said anything about bridges? Look at the people making rope. The longer they spin it, the further back they got a step. Boarding isn't done with ropes. It's about hoisting your sails, drifting across the sea, and letting the fierce winds blow you to places unknown to you. Fierce winds, don't be ridiculous. What you're hearing is the endless ocean roaring in silence, while space and time flicker in the pitch-black void. And perhaps we need a lantern. Spread the word to the people in the marketplace that the tomb of the divine elation has flung its gates wide open for all of the departed. Fools. Seeing you all so lively like this, I'm sure your predecessor would feel a weight lifted off his shoulders too. So may the burden be released from Imaginesis. The Wispy transform into streams of light and drift toward the branches of the Myriad Wish Grove. There, they melt into its leaves and quietly vanish from this world. I stand with language, the villages, and the roads. They wait for me once more, knocking at my door with the hands of the stars. Storage gave me a bookmark with this little poem on it. Now, maybe I could give it to you guys. I feel like I did some things right and some things wrong, but why? People often say that heavy elation is the privilege of the old. Wait, I've got it. I can write a new paper. I can write a new paper. Shocking truth behind Star Rabbit. Breaking news, the arcade smash hit Star Rabbit is actually an indie game. The entire dev team is made up of reclusive Imaginary living in Inkford Hermitage. The team consists of a deceased Munlul merchant Mogul, a cynical arch philosopher, and a world-class pop star from a century ago. No wonder the whole game has this otherworldly, detached from reality vibe. A great whale older than the gods stranded on a beach of stars from which trees now grow. Photographia. Is this Graphia who wrote this? Poorly, official. What does this poem mean? HD Barcode. I think it's saying that you should give some love to lonely old folks. Paraprince. It's okay, madame. You're still young. Detective passing by. Then how about showing me a little more care? HD Barcode. Alright, next time you put up the deposit for me and we'll split the profits 30-70. Detective passing by. I get 30? Exactly, you get it. Go, Bunny, go. No wonder it's free. Shani Zong 4. There are paid features. You just haven't found them yet. Haha. Nameless 1999. I'm so worried we won't even get a sequel. The laughter will watch over them. Okay, now this thing. Because we passed it by. Why are there so many of them? What are they doing? Why there is one here, and one here? I feel personally attacked by furballs.
Tell me. I spent my whole life being one.
Wait, we're in the wrong place. Not here. The map is lying. It was here. Here you are, Aspal. What are you doing? Ah! Is this called discipline in the newspaper? Thanks for the rescue, boss. It has been 1,000 years since that Gorgon turned me into a stone statue. Is that also part of the collab? When did you get a character setting? There are definitely no purpose in the floating Greece chronicles. Is it not trendy lately? You know, the stories where you rescue a wounded raccoon in the snow, that kind of stuff. Amen. Amen? Wait, what did he say? Ahem. Why did I read amen? Since this identity has been exposed, I suppose I must claim that I'm actually the legendary stone from which the great king pulled his sword. It's going to understand what you're talking about. Just doing it for laughs anyway. Bye, boss. Try not to dock my pay too much next time. Imposter. Wait, so I have to find several of them in Inkport Hermitage. That's why the it shows like this. Huh.
I spent my whole life doing hard labor in a frozen wasteland. And now, death
Why is Sushank here? Hey!
What a way to
It's impossible! You're an imposter! Oh, the scenery here is amazing! The leaves are fluttering about, the snow is falling nicely, and these emojis. I knew I should have read more books. I can't even squeeze out a single sentence to describe the scene. I think I will go take a nice hot bath first. I'm completely drenched in sweat from sword practice. Seeing that bubbling hot spring and its steam, I just wanna dive right in. Sushank, what are you doing at Inkport Hermitage? I'm obviously here on vacation. They say this is a fragmented canvas picturing the ancient Bonsai Tengoku. Bonsai Tengoku. The final destination where all imaginary return their wishes. Bonsai Tengoku is the right name, right? I didn't mispronounce it, did I? You shouldn't take a hot bath right after exercising. Since when did you start sounding like those healers from the Alchemy Commission? Relax, I train in martial arts, so I am fit as a fiddle. I'm not lying, you gotta believe me. Fine. If you have a problem, forget it. If Huahua and Lil Gui were here, they would definitely nag me about it too. Let's save the hot springs for later. It's been a while, so why don't we head inside first, warm up, a pot of perfect wine, and catch up. What do you say, President? Perfect wine? Huh? Oh, no, wait. Just pretend you didn't hear that. A pot of perfect wine. Perfect. Uh-huh. Sorry, boss. I guess I ended up exposing myself. Since things have gotten completely out of hand, you and I have no choice but to battle it out. Well, he was doing quite nicely until the last part.
call me the Galactic Twin Cleaver. Hilarious!
Existence is unity.
Get them! Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
I'll fix with you!
All martial arts are my command!
You stepped out of line.
I, for Bushank, failed after all. I'm sleepy for Bushank. Hold on a second, boss. Before drawing my last breath, I must compose an exquisite swan song to suit the occasion. I've been weary of the wage-earning verbal life for way too long. I just want to return all my wish power and turn back into my original form. That's why I came to Inkford Hermitage to say a final goodbye to you, I see. I will let you go then. You're not allowed to die. We still have a labor contract. Is that really okay? Can I go? Thank you, President. Even if I'm about to disintegrate into countless wispy and won't be able to play these little transformation games with you anymore, I'll be forever grateful to you. See ya, President. Is he dying? Or is he not dying? Oh, that hot topic was cleared. Mystery Corner. Huh. Wait. $164.
Please don't linger around here.
So this is the thing. Welcome to Star Rabbit. Star Rabbit is an ultra-challenging obstacle course sponsored by the Moonluls. You can lower the difficulty by finding other rabbits nearby, making it easier to breeze through the levels. Uh-huh. Welcome to the Steam platform was the achievement? You can do it. Huh? Yeah, I didn't do it before. Why is it hell mode? Oops. 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 How many lives do I have? Oops. Upsie. Oops. Ups. Oops. Oh. Yeah, I don't like this game. So this is the game those imaginary wasted their life for. A game I can't play. What's this? I'm sorry, kiddo, but you have really come to the wrong place. Wait, isn't this Perlux Tower? It is, but this is the R&D wing, not the shop. If you want a Mechatron, you can buy one at the front desk. I don't want a mass-produced model. They just get wiped out by random crossfire. If I am going to carry on the legacy of the Daybreak Squadron, I need something way stronger. You have got to have one, right? One of those super strong experimental models that hasn't been released yet. I think it's called a protagonist. Please, can I have a protagonist? Pretty please. That's not exactly how things work. What happened? Pardon the interruption, but the visitor area is still open as usual. Whoa, I can tell just by the way you're standing that you're super strong. You must be a Mechatron pro. Can you help me? I really need a Mechatron. Poor kid. Has he seriously never been to a toy store? Hey kid, let's go chat over there. We're blocking the other visitors. Okay, fine, but you would better not be lying to me. That is a mission? I guess. But I was here for another reason. I was here to beat up an imposter. Hey! Who told you that you can be me? Yeah, boss, been a while, so what do you think? Any improvements for my imitation? Wait, how did I become an exhibit? Which Furbo was it that liked to imitate me again? Because the Talia on stage is me, Fureflecto. Ah, boss, you probably don't know the full story. There used to be a limited edition baseball raccoon figure from Fluffy Across the Blue sitting right here. But I figured that this fan creation strayed a bit too far from the original design, and honestly, it just wasn't exciting enough. That's why I created this recreation based on my own understanding. Please call it an art. Tons of visitors keep coming up to interact with me. Some pat my forehead. It feels so good that I start furboing with delight. And some tried to feed me instant noodles. I told them I don't like those and I prefer leaves. It totally freaked them out. Why don't you calm down? You're acting completely out of my character. Boss still doesn't really appreciate me, the mighty Fureflecto. Maybe I can prove myself in a head-to-head showdown. You'll finally see what I'm capable of. Okay. Beating his ass it is. Well, that was quick. His philosophy didn't live long enough. Boss, did I show up the true soul of fan creation? That's a terrible piece of work. Well, that's one abstract soul right there. Don't I have any portrait rights? Well, boss, you really get it. The soul of art is abstraction. I'm itching to get started and can't wait to dive into my new training. See you next time, boss. Okay. How many of them there is? Wait, we still didn't finish this one. Ah, there's another one there. Wait for me. I will find you. You little asshole.
Why is the flagship store more expensive than the distributors?
What a beautiful model city.
Wait, how can I get down?
Apparently, we can view the grayscale model.
Maybe this way? What is this?
I get it now. You set up a surprise for me, didn't you? Apparently, we can be the grayscale models in development. This gift is totally worth it.
Fuck! I can't find the entrance.
Could it be plot armor?
Ah. Still didn't enter what I wanted.
The area ahead is working.
What was that? What is with the sound?
Everyone, stand by.
What a beautiful model city. I wish I could go to
Apparently, we can view the grayscale models in development.
Hi there, let me guess. Back for more mecha combat? Yes. This is how you enter that place. I am actually here for you. Was you? Hey boss, just so we're clear. I am not like those who slack off on the clock. There's an old saying, game characters' behavior will develop an antinomy with their previous impressions in the second major update. Wait, what am I even talking about? Anyway, turning into a prop for the film shoot is our latest undercover tactic to snag the freshest intel around here. Kinda lost your reason there. Don't push yourself too hard at work, let's be real. You just wanna play dress up, don't you? Ah, sharp eye, boss. Turning into a superhero or an alien warrior, that's all way too cliche these days. What's really trending now is the art of journalism, immovable as a mountain. Ah, just kidding. Anyway, I got in through official channels by applying as a prop actor. I'm not gonna whip out my camera on someone else's work site. Besides, I didn't exploit any loopholes or anything. But hey, once word reaches my ears, there's no such thing as a secret that stays hidden. That's the park of a professional gossip journalist, and I am sure you know exactly what I mean, boss. Won't take up any more of your time. Catch you later, boss. How do I leave this place, though? Can I just teleport away? I can.
Why is the flagship store more expensive?
I didn't know how to leave. Good, the teleport work. What? Still not everyone? Damn it. How many of my employees is in a Perlux tower?
Trailblaze into the future.
Oh, there's another quest there.
Pom-Pom is the best!
Ah, I'm close. So boss, how did you like my little hiding in plain sight trick? You call this hiding in plain sight? Alright, that took me forever to find. Not as good as last time when you turned into a ginkgo tree. Didn't I turn into a tree in the courtyard last time? That was a bit too conspicuous, so this time I've decided to join the main cast of the Fluffy. Ah, if only I could experience a wondrous adventure like you did in the Fluffy. Hard work can change your destiny. Not everyone has a Stellaron lodged in their chest. Alright, then I will send you to get rid of Nano. Oh, I see. Got it. I'll go follow 100 Imaginesis bloggers right now and see if I can get a Stellaron implanted in myself too. No! See you. No, don't do it! Does it count as suicidal thought? There's so many of them everywhere. Okay, I guess I am done for this. I was doing just whatever I could do. Whatever to waste some time and do something in the game. I at least got some rewards for it. Pam, pam, param, pam. Pam, 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 param, pam. Pam, 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 param, pam. My jaw just made a sound when I was yawning. Today we'll have a raid. We'll raid someone I didn't see for a while. I don't remember when they were last online. Or maybe we just keep missing each other. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the whatever I was doing, because I myself don't know what I was doing. I was just doing whatever. Just filling my weekly Honkai Star Rail quota with doing something inside the game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see each other tomorrow when I have a free day and I will finally be able to check if Wuthering Waves is still broken or not. Anyway, bye bye, see you tomorrow.